So I have a $20 bill. People look at that and they, most of the time they'll look at a $20 bill and it represents, what can I do with that $20 bill? They don't look at the $20 bill and say, wow, I'm $20 powerful, or I'm $20 influential. They don't look at it like that at all. If you hold a $20 bill in your hand, what does it feel like? It's a piece of freaking paper. It's a piece of paper, special paper. It's got ink on it. It's got a guy's face on it. What does all that represent? I mean, if you take all that stuff away, it's literally a piece of paper that a bunch of people got together and they decided that we will establish a value to this. So we're going to establish a value of $20. Well, what is that $20? The $20 doesn't actually represent $20. It represents what you're able to purchase with the $20. Now, when you look at your bank account, though, what's interesting is that if you look at it and it's like, well, I've got $150,000 in my bank account. Are you looking at it in the terms of like, well, what can I buy with that $150,000? And what happens after a certain period of time, once you start getting more money than you actually need, then you start looking at it as security, which is, it's interesting what this does. So if you had $150,000 in $20 bills and you had it sitting in a shoebox in your closet, right? And you took it out and you looked at it. What's interesting is that it's a bunch of paper. Literally a bunch of paper that people have established a value to. And I'm teaching the appropriate use of money. Would you take that $20 or $20 at a time, go buy, $150,000 worth of some $20 item? And the answer is no, you totally wouldn't do that, because that's ridiculous. Because you can do a lot more with $150,000 than buying a bunch of items that are valued at $20 a piece. And so when we first start out, we're thinking about money, and it's like, well, I only have $20. The first inclination that people have, because it's less money than they actually need, is that they're going to go ahead and spend it. And the reason why they spend it is because they don't have a goal for the money either. Because they're not thinking into the future about like, what would it feel like if I had $150,000? They're thinking that I only have this much money. And what's interesting, instinctively, and I think that we're wired this way, when you hold a piece of paper, it feels worthless. This feels worthless. Because honestly, like, you can take it, you crumple it up, you light it on fire, and then it disappears into nothing. Like we instinctively know that as human beings, and so when you hold paper currency, it feels like nothing.